Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another Friday here, so that means another interview about X3 Farnham's Legacy from EGOSOFT. We're going to talk about that today, and also you can see in the background they released about 10 minutes of gameplay footage for X3 Farnham's Legacy. So you can enjoy watching that. I don't think I'll be able to cover all 10 minutes here. Can't talk that long, but if you go to their Steam page, link in the description, and then it's the second video in their little playlist slider. The first one's the original announcement. The second one's about 10 minutes of gameplay footage. So if you're interested, go give that a full watch. All right, let's get to the interview. This week, on the community team that built Farnham's Legacy is longtime moderator and modder Cycrow. So Cycrow is pretty prolific in the modding area, has built a huge number of tools for X2 and X3. I actually am not sure if they've developed anything for X4. I should have researched that before, but if you know, please let me know in the comments. One of the interesting things that was kind of revealed in this was that Cycrow had also worked on previous X games and expansions, so Albion Prelude and such. I didn't realize how much some community members were actually involved in the development of the games. And by community members, I mean DevNet. So EGOSOFT has this DevNet community, which is, I guess, a segment of the community base. Requires some, NDAs and stuff to be involved with, but I never realized how heavily they were involved in making some of these games, which is really cool. I think that's an amazing thing. It gives people great experience, especially if they're younger and want to get into games. Having that on your resume when you're trying to break into the industry has got to be really valuable. And it just gives fans a way to participate in a really deep way, which, I'm a little jealous of because it sounds like a lot of fun and very cool work. In each interview, they kind of talk about one aspect of X3 Farnham's Legacy. In Cycrow's, it's mainly about modding, which isn't a big surprise considering their experience previously, but basically they improved the moddability, I'm just going to use that word, of X3 a lot in the Farnham's Legacy that's coming out. So basically the script engine has been expanded, and this includes things like being able to create menus and things like that, which could be huge because the controls, the UI menus are pretty extensive in X3. Since I recently went back to it, it's been difficult to adjust to all of the menus and clicking and hotkeys needed to do things that are pretty easy in X4. So I'll be definitely interested to see how much clicking and stuff can be reduced with the new mod engine and the new script engine that Cycrow released. On top of that, when I was doing a little research on this, I saw Cycrow released a very cool mod that involved injecting a DLL for overlays, which is very common. Steam does it, OBS does it, but tying this to the script engine to be able to make menus and things like that. I really want to check that out. It's a great idea. It's a lot of work, though, too. The communication between DirectX and the script engine, I have to look into how that works, but it takes a bit to do that in a generic way. Like a lot of people use Electron or web browsers and display that through those DirectX hooks, and stuff like that. And X4 is Vulkan, which you could do the same thing. It'll just be more effort. So that idea just opens up a whole lot of ideas in my mind. So I really got to look into that. On the forums now, which I'll link in the description, along with the interview link, there's a forum for X3 Farnham's Legacy scripts and modding, which Cycrow has like a dozen topics about how things are what changes are in there, how things have been improved, some fixes for mods to take advantage of it. So if you're interested in all, I would definitely check that out. It's really it's just so cool that the community was involved in making this and expanding this. And I wonder what this means for X4 and EGOSOFT properties going forward. Will we see more community involvement in X4 at some point? I mean, I'm sure they probably are already involved behind the scenes, maybe. I don't know, but the potential of all this is just very cool. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you have a great weekend if you're watching this on Friday, and we will see you next time. Oh, before I forget, May 4th, about 11 days from launch for X3, Farnham's Legacy. All right, see ya.